Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to the Diva of Days of Our Lives. Tonight we'll be discussing the last week of the show and how much we hated the Super Bowl last week. But before we do, check out all our shows here and our interviews here on Blogtalk Radio. And we're also on Twitter at Diva of DOOL. And we also have a Facebook page, Diva the Days of Our Lives. And we're also on iTunes. And I'm Marianne, and I'm at Mama_Hooch on Twitter. And we have the Diva with us tonight. Hi, Carrie.
Hello.
And she's at Diva of DOOL on Twitter. And last but not least, Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hello. You can find me at
and
Coffee
where can we
Hooch.
find? As
Coffee,
always.
At Coffee Hooch.
Yep.
With an IE.
At Coffee Hooch. And a hooch, yeah. Because we've had that on there for like ever since I started Twitter. Yeah, that's never changed.
I know,
yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
I
So, yeah. So how's everyone been?
Good. Doing okay.
Yeah.
Frozen in, iced in. Here in the
Iced
Midwest,
in?
it's been nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We've had ice storm after ice storm.
Yeah.
Having another
I don't
one
know if you heard me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me
What?
at the beginning of the show. I didn't know if you heard me at the beginning of the show. I said we were going to discuss the show and how much we hated the Super Bowl last week.
Oh.
Except for you.
That's okay.
I don't know if
I
Carrie
don't
heard
mind.
heard us. No, I don't know if she heard us talk on the show beginning of the week.
I've said many naughty things before, but I don't think I've ever received an audible gasp as a response from Marianne. I was
going to say I was about ready to throw the TV out the window, and it's like, oh my God.
They are the AFC champions, and they beat us. I wasn't happy about it, but got to represent for the AFC. I don't know.
No.
But anyway,
so that's over and done.
I don't know many people that actually enjoyed the Super Bowl, though. It was so boring this year.
Well,
but
no,
anyway.
it was boring. That's another aspect of what I meant, too. Yeah, it was boring.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't
definitely not the offensive, show that we thought we were going to get.
Yeah.
But, I'm putting it behind next year. Next
year
is only several months away.
Yeah. See what next year brings, So, okay. Enough of that. Okay, so what so where should we start with days? Let's see. Anybody have any certain storyline that they're liking better than the other or what they're enjoying?
I could not stand the character of Jordan when she was on before, but I love her as a psycho, and especially hoping she's not going to be on for an extended period of time. I'm actually really enjoying her. I have to admit, I'm enjoying it. I can't lie, even though as much as I bashed that character on Twitter when she was on with Rafe, that was an awful combination. But anyway, I got to admit, it's been entertaining. Now, I know she's going to poison Kate next week, which will not make me happy. But there will be some drama. It should be good drama. And Rafe's supposed to come to her side, to Kate's side, so I'm going to love that. So I guess that's the thing. I guess that's kind of like the biggest story right now, right? That Ciera and baby Charlotte have both been kidnapped.
Yeah, Jordan. Now,
basically
do you like the reasoning? Yeah. Do you like? I mean, I know she's supposed to be nuts, but her reasoning is she's going to, she wants to. She's saying that she wants to protect them from Ben.
Right.
That's
I think
what she
she's
tells
psychotic
Ciera.
enough to So I think she's psychotic enough to convince herself that's what she's doing, but she's also enjoying torturing them as well. So,
yes,
yeah. And she did anyone
and
catch
she's
that
framing.
line
Yeah, I heard she frames.
Yeah, she's framing
What?
Ben, her brother, because she wants him to go back to the psych ward, to the baby or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at one point she said something. She was talking to Ciera with Ciera tied up on the bed, and she was saying something like, no one could come out of our home without being crazy or something. I was like, yep, apparently.
Right.
So actually, I'm enjoying that storyline right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I'm enjoying the storyline, but my main reason for enjoying the storyline is Ben, Robert Scott Wilson. I think is doing phenomenal job with all his encounters with everyone, and and the whole thing is Ben,
I honestly wondered. It was convincing enough for me to think that maybe he was actually choking him to death. Because he was turning red, and purple, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I bet you they had fun doing those scenes. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So the whole thing is like Ben. Of course, Hope, she's dead set that Ben's guilty. And she's trying to tell Ted that, and Ted's even kind of convinced that Ben didn't do it. So Ben goes to Marlena, and he's telling her, he's worried about Ciera, and he's been off his meds, and he's like worried about this stuff, and he tells her all this stuff in confidence. So then Hope talks to Marlena and begging her to tell her. So Marlena tells her all this stuff, and then I loved it when Ben confronts Marlena about it. She's with Eric, and he just got in her face, and there came that dark side out again, right into her face. But you can relate to Ben, and you could say yes, because she so deserved it, because she was wrong. Mm-hmm. She was totally wrong, I think. I don't know, this whole confidentiality, she wasn't being very professional, although I guess she made the excuse that if she fears that maybe somebody's in danger, then she's allowed to say something. So I don't know, maybe that's a rule, I don't know. But anyway, I think he's just doing a great job. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's amazing. I don't know how he doesn't get any nomination. Right. Dude is great.
Mm-hmm.
I have a differing opinion. I don't like the Jordan storyline at all.
Oh, really?
Jordan, yeah.
I
don't like the idea of Jordan. The reason is that to redeem Ben, I guess. Do you think?
Yeah. I understand. I understand that. I think she's kind of annoying. Mm-hmm. I thought it was funny though when she was holding Charlotte and putting her lipstick on at the same time. That kind of cracked me up.
Well, I noticed she's got crazy hair going. She started out looking like wow, she looked great when she first came on. Now she's kind of coming unraveled, and I think that's part intentional that they're doing that, to show how she's spiraling out of control or whatever.
Yeah. And it's just weird too.
Did anyone else get bothered? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I thought it was weird that Jennifer had Charlotte being kidnapped and the Spectator, but she didn't tell Jack or JJ first. And they found out the next morning.
Yeah, that was weird.
But Eve read about it on the website, didn't tell Jack. Jennifer didn't tell Jack, and no one told JJ. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. That's true.
Right. Right.
The thing that was one of the things that was bothering me with Ciera was I kept thinking, doesn't she need to go to the bathroom? And then all of a sudden
she did say about going to the bathroom.
No, finally.
Yeah,
but I was thinking, gosh, she's got to go to the bathroom by now. And she finally said that as a way to but she didn't end up actually going to the bathroom. And then she poisoned her, so she fell out. So I was passed out. So I'm viscerally thinking, oh my gosh, I feel like I have to pee, because I'm being bothered by this idea that she's. I know that's stupid, but I remember thinking that when Maggie was stuck in the sarcophagus too. Like,
right.
Yeah. It's
I think Jen's here. I brought Jen on.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Jen.
Okay.
Well, Carrie hates the storyline. I don't know. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I love Ben.
Well, yeah, and my thing
know.
is that I love it that everybody thinks he's guilty, and he's really not.
Guilty,
I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can.
Does anyone else think it's bizarre though that they've just glossed over Jordan showing up out of the blue in town, and the baby disappears after Jordan leaves, and like then when Ben comes over and says, you know, do you know where my sister's staying? I just found out she's in town, and Abigail is kind of like, do you think I've had time to figure that out with me worrying about my baby being kidnapped? And I was thinking, you know, that's not an unreasonable question to ask, because you would think if your longtime friend came in from out of town and stopped by suddenly unannounced, that you'd probably say, oh, where are you staying? So it wasn't a stupid question that Ben was asking. I thought the way Abigail.
It was nice to see them in scenes together, like Abby and Ben, or Kate Mansi and Robert Scott Wilson, because they had great chemistry together at one time.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Let's put them two back together.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No.
That won't happen.
No. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, really have 2 more weeks of Chad and Abigail before they leave.
Yeah, I was wondering when that was coming.
Is that it? Oh. Yeah, is that how?
Yeah. Yeah, they get married and leave town.
I'm sure. I guess Chloe's going to leave town too, huh? For witness protection or something.
I'm liking her and Stefan.
I heard she gets killed though somehow, but I could be wrong. Did anybody hear about a serial killer storyline coming up again?
Oh,
I did.
Okay. Yeah. Did you? Okay.
I haven't been keeping up.
All right. And did you hear about Chloe supposedly getting killed?
Yeah, maybe they'll fake a death or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. But how do you like? Don't you kind of like Stefan and Chloe?
Yeah,
I do.
I like them.
Kind of good. Their scenes were kind of good, actually.
Mhm.
He was more normal.
Well, he did.
Human.
He wants her to move in for protection. He asked her to move in with him. Mm-hmm. So. And Anna, did you see the scenes with Kate and Chad where they were talking and Kate got on her phone and thought there was that Stefan was shot, and Chad's just sitting there, and he said something about and she said, oh, he's okay, and Chad's there like, oh, damn, he just says and, like he was excited, like he was shot, and no, he's okay.
And then Victor,
Victor too.
Yeah.
Now, what did Victor? Do you remember what Victor said, Jen? How he said it?
Don't get my hopes up like that.
Yeah. Brady, yeah. And how you like Brady and Victor again? They're back and forth, the same old conversation. Back and forth. Like, don't run my. Victor's getting on him about Chloe. Why are you worried about Chloe? And calling her all kinds of names. Because I think Brady wanted Chloe to move in with him, and Victor didn't want it. And he says, if you want me to run Titan, you're not going to run my life. How many times has they've had that conversation?
He's a 40-something-year-old man, and he's acting like he's 18. It's like he's reduced to like 18 years old with Victor.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Victor knows he's dumb as a rock.
Yeah. You know what?
Victor's desperate to put him back in charge.
Yeah. I'm going to bring on. I think Angela's here.
Oh, yay!
I'm not sure.
Hi there.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Okay. I saw that.
I'm sorry I didn't get to call
called.
last week. I actually fell asleep. I was really tired. And I was all set to call it. I forgot.
We were looking forward to it.
But
I know you've been wanting to call in.
Yeah, I have been. I was good. It's good to hear from you guys. I think that Chloe does move into the DiMera mansion. Yeah, I think somehow, I'm not quite sure how it occurs, but somebody does try to take a shot at her, and Stefan steps in front of her in some way to protect her. So whether she actually gets shot, I don't know, and I don't know if
that happened.
He got shot.
Okay, so
that happened this week.
So she is going to move in over there, and I think they didn't they test them early on. It seems like and I thought they looked really good together.
Yeah.
So of course it doesn't matter. Now, but I wonder. Like I said, I wonder what the status is with Brandon Brosh, if he is going to stay. Whenever that starts to air, or is he off? Is he already going to be off too?
I've heard he's gone already.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. They just come and go. They just come and go here. They're coming and going.
But I've seen the show more than I've been watching it. At least try to get it at least once or twice a week. But I think Marlena looks beautiful. Like I said, Deidre Hall is amazing, but I think they had some things on Twitter today about. Valentine's Day is going to be quite the romance week. So, and they had a picture of her.
And they have a thing on the app, on their new app. I don't know if anybody's checked it out, but it's really good. The new Twitter, the new
I keep forgetting to go back
Days
on
app.
there. I've been on there before, but I forget about it. I need to go.
Yeah, and they have a Valentine's vote for your favorite couple.
I voted for Jack and Jennifer. I voted for Jack and Jennifer because I'm so excited.
I voted for Doug and Julie. Or Doug and Julie. Okay.
40 years, something. 44 years.
Hope and Ted.
Well, as long as Galen is going on hiatus, I'm happy with that. Is he on? Since Galen is supposed to go on some type of hiatus, then it doesn't sound like it's was Rope even on the list? I voted for Jack and Jennifer.
I don't think they were. I don't know if they were. I don't know if they were.
But I think it's anyway. It's like I said. I think they're doing a great job. There's going to be pieces and parts.
I think Days has gotten better.
Oh,
I think it's gotten better.
I think it's much
and
better than it's been long time.
Ron has been rehired or re-signed, or I guess. He gets re-signed. Writers get re-signed, and I saw that. So I guess he's going to be continuing on.
Well,
do y'all
remember it wasn't too long ago, though, that we were kind of complaining again. It seemed to kind of take a dip there for a while. But,
it did. Yes, it did. But it has gotten better.
I'd have to admit, I've been, which has not been my habit of the last several months, and not necessarily just because of Days, but because I have enjoyed Days more. The writing's been a lot better the last couple of years since Ron came. But I have been watching the night or the next night lately, late at night. So that tells me something that I'm kind of at least curious, more curious than I had been for a while. But so I don't know. We'll see. But
okay, let's see what else we talked about. Ben and Ciera and all that. Maybe let's. How about Carrie? How about Eric? Is he's still pouting? Have you seen the Eric, the Eric and the Sarah and Rex fiasco?
He's trying to act like he's not pouting as much, but he did walk in when Sarah exited Rex's bedroom when they had sex, and she buttoned up his shirt that she was wearing. And Eric seemed like he was calm with that for some reason.
Yeah.
I thought he covered his eyes.
Anybody else think it was kind of rude?
Don't cover your eyes, Eric.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is like Rex moves in to schmooze on his brother, and then he knows that there's some issues. He doesn't know that Eric's in love with her, but he, you know, he knows there's issues, and yet he comes back from his hot date with his newly engaged girlfriend, you know, after kind of reunited, and they drop their clothes in the living room and all that stuff. I thought that was rude. I mean,
that was
Eric
rude.
walked in. I mean, am I just being an old fuddy-duddy? But
see
like,
Eric pick up the shirt.
Her shoes were on the floor in her dress, and I was just like, that's really freaking rude. And in my opinion, maybe I'm old fashioned, but
wow, they weren't thinking straight. Come on.
Somebody on Twitter commented. I said somebody on Twitter commented and said, "Who raised that girl?"
Well, she's a hot mess for sure.
She is. She was definitely a hot mess.
All of Maggie's kids are.
Yeah, would Maggie act like that?
What does that tell you?
Not Maggie.
What the Saint Maggie? Maybe not the greatest influence on her own children. Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm kind of thinking, would I really want Sarah? I mean, I kind of like her, but I'm thinking I'd rather, like, go out for a drink with her or something rather than have her, like, care for me as a doctor. I don't know.
That's true.
Mean, if she is as impulsive with her medical practice as she is in her personal life, although, I mean, it is kind of true that there are people who are very professional, and then you look at their personal lives, and it's like a disaster. So I can it's kind of like I relate, you know, I can relate to her in some ways, but boy, I'm just thinking, boy, if her patients only knew how all over the place she was, I don't know. Anyway,
no,
it's just hard to imagine. Eric is so handsome, and he takes all these awful girls. I mean, why can't he find somebody?
Well, and Rex is a dope. I mean, can we all? I mean, I liked Rex when he first came back. When he first came back,
girl.
I was actually standing up for him because I actually kind of liked him. Surprised me that I liked him. But now I think Rex is just a dope, and I'm thinking, who here?
Well,
would
they've made him a
choose
dope, yeah.
Rex over, that's true. Rex over Eric. I mean.
Right.
Nobody would choose. I don't understand why they brought Rex back. I prefer to think that the aliens just didn't exist, that we just didn't go there to begin with. So to have brought him back, they should have either just had him come back and he had to say that, well, I'm really Brady, then who is this man? And then do a a Roman and John Black story out of that, but versus. I don't know. I wonder about
that
whole thing.
tie-in though with Bonnie and Lucas and all that. That part was kind of fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway. Oh, I don't know. I mean,
well, I did see the scenes that they did with Wally Kurth and Judy Evans over. This has been a while ago now, but when Leo was first blackmailing Sonny. And all that kind of stuff. The facial expressions that Judy and Wally did, I thought were hysterical. I mean, were that was so funny. That was really good. And and I think it's interesting that Judith Chapman is on. Are y'all liking her or not? Or
oh my God,
I love her.
I was just gonna say about the Leo and his mom storyline. They're
oh my
good.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm. Judith Chapman is Judith Chapman is from South Carolina originally. She's from Greenville, South Carolina. But she's been on soap for a long time.
Did she play
This is her name on Young and the Restless.
On Young and the Restless. Okay, because I keep wanting to call her Gloria.
Yeah.
So that's who I knew her.
They played mother and son.
So they were mother and son.
Right, and then
she was
when she was on Days before, she played Angelica. And that's really who they should have gotten instead of Morgan Fairchild to start off with, but they messed all that up. But I think she is very good. And I don't know that Greg Rickhart is there long term or not. I don't know what the plan is for all that. But
so we did learn what his his mom has on him. Evidently, he killed his father, if it is his father, or her husband, or whatever, because we don't know. But I hear the rumors are he really isn't John's son, but we're made to believe that he is. John thinks that he is, or has a suspicion that he is.
Well, did you have that conversation with Roman?
Did you hear the line by Roman to John?
Oh, my God, awesome.
Yes, did you hear that? He says, didn't anybody tell you how not to get a girl pregnant?
Yeah, that was great.
Did anybody ever tell? Yeah. Because he has another son. He says, I might have another son out there. And I'm there, then Roman said that. I was like, no, that was funny. Nobody tells anybody on that show how to get something. Yeah.
I know.
Nobody uses protection. Birth control is out the window.
I mean, John could have turned around and said, well, you got somebody pregnant via alien. So it's like, who are you to talk?
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, still refuse to believe they're Roman and Kate's anyway, so it's a whole other story.
I think
that was a fun exchange.
Yeah. I think Josh Taylor and Judas Chapman would be good together.
Well,
they're both really good at comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but I do agree
those scenes were intense between
They were riveting.
They were. Yeah. And her eyes. She talks with her eyes.
God.
Her eyes get like real big. And, and his facial expressions, too, is like, but he backs down to her. You could just see that, like, she has the control over him.
Have you noticed that? Like, when he
is
at Casa Kyriakis, he's like glib and like flirty with everybody and obnoxious. When he's near his mom, it's a totally different vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a meek little mild.
He basically at the end of that, didn't he basically threaten to kill her if she
to kill her?
You know, do the same thing that she did to if she outs him, she'll end up like his father or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. So that's his secret. So. I don't know. But they are good. I don't know how long they'll be on. Yeah, because the end game is Sonny and Will. So he's either unless he finds somebody else, or they have somebody for him. But do you think the end game? We'll back to Eric and Sarah. I'm sure that's the end game there for those two to get together. I guess how long she's staying. So I don't know.
I don't know that.
You like them together?
Well received. I don't know what she seems a little. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like what y'all said is. I don't know that she's really been written all that well. That's not what I expected them to write Sarah to be.
I liked her when she first came on. Her and Rex together, I liked. I don't know what happened. Now they changed her.
Yeah,
they changed both of the characters a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
And they took them in another direction.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think I don't know if it's a short-term arc, but I guess it's been on Twitter that Ariane Zucker is going to return again as Nicole. So I guess it depends on what that story is going to be and how long she's going to be there. Because I've waited decades to see Eric and Nicole.
Yeah.
And they throw him. Yeah. They throw him with the worst. Pairings. It doesn't seem fair. But I don't know. But that's
depending on if she stays, do you think they'll have her and Eric get back together? So I don't know.
I don't know.
Is she coming to get the baby and then leave? Holly. I don't know.
There's got to be more to that.
Chloe.
There could be all kinds. There could be other people coming back, that can play a part in, what goes on with Nicole. But I don't think it's. I think they've already announced that Nadia is leaving. She's already said that she's done.
Right. We know she's leaving for sure.
So she's out of there. We know that
there's a lot leaving.
Is gone. Let's see. Tyler Christopher's gone. I guess Brandon Varash is gone too.
Billy Flynn, Kate Manzi.
And Olivia, whatever her name is.
Claire Egan or whatever.
And,
she's gone.
And Trip. Yeah, so there's a lot of big characters right now
leaving.
Yeah, she could leave, but
Well, I'm surprised about Trip too, but I guess they can always go get him. I guess I guess I kind of hope and looking at the prenoms, they did
like
nominate
if Steve comes back.
Stephen Nichols. So I'm hoping maybe they'll bring him back and once they've switched everyone else around. But they have to keep working to get the younger group together and have it be we know that Ben and what's her name, Ciera, are good, but they've got, and I think, is it Eli and Lonnie that they're, so that seems to be going, but the rest of, the crowd is just kind of there. And Leah, I'm hoping they'll bring the character of Theo back from
I hope so too.
Yeah.
South Africa, because I think there's a lot of potential for a good story with that. And so I guess we'll just have to see. I don't know. I just read today that somebody from General Hospital, and I haven't even been watching General Hospital regularly, but there was a young girl that played Valerie on General Hospital that's going to Y&R.
Yeah.
And I guess that they've got all kinds of potential younger people that have got some experience out there that will probably switch around. So sad about Christophe St. John this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was just when you mentioned, I was just going to mention that.
Oh, no. That was really sad. Oh.
It really was terrible, and I had forgotten that he had been on Generations with James Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was
trying
to figure out why I knew him so well. He was so familiar. I mean, I knew who he was, but I mean, I've always had great affection for him, and I didn't I'm trying to think. I don't know that he was on Y&R during the period that I watched him. So I was trying to figure out why I was so familiar with him.
And I think it was
because I seem to have remembered.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was him on the Cosby Show either.
But I did watch. I don't really remember much about Generations, but I did watch it. So
I just thought James Reynolds. Nice. They had a great picture and had a really sweet thing. I mean, and I think obviously the most I've seen, he was on Young and the Restless starting in 1991. Generations was on in '89. So he does a lot of short-term nighttime TV and some other things. But I think the thing I remember the most, and I sent a tweet to Wally Kurth, because when Wally Kurth was off of also when we had SoapNet, he had that short term one day with, and I remember very well. He went over and met with Christophe, and Christophe's son was there, and the little baby Lola had just been born, and she was an infant, and I remembered all that. It was just so tragic and sad, and but it's been very interesting on Twitter. His first wife, Mia, who was a psychologist and was the mother of the son that had died, she's tweeting a good bit just about awareness of mental health and just a lot of things like that. So, and I'm pleased to hear, even though Josh Griffin certainly did not do a great job at Days with Dina, but I think probably a lot of that was that he and Dina probably didn't get along. But whatever we had from that was not good. We know that.
No.
But I am pleased that he's over at Y&R. He's been there before, has done well over there.
And seems like he was really, really well liked by everyone. There's not one person, what a kind person he was, Yeah.
I mean, I think he was. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like this many people that have, continuously been speaking about, what a good person he was, what a warm soul he was. When you get Eric Braeden in tears on television about it,
I did see that interview with him. Mm-hmm.
And
then they gave him a tribute. Did they have some kind of tribute on Friday? I think too. I didn't see it, but
it was 2 minutes long.
Yeah, it was short, but again, they didn't have any time. I mean, it just
I heard people
happened
complaining
this week.
it wasn't long enough.
Yeah. Well, but they're going to do a
maybe they'll do a longer
storyline. They're going to do a whole storyline in April. So the whole month of April, I think they're going to be able to both honor both Kristoff and the character of Neil. So I think that will be good. But I mean, somebody who was a writer on Line Art, and I didn't recognize the name, but and why I got it, I don't know. Somebody else I follow must have retweeted it because I don't follow. I don't think anybody over there. Well, Josh Griffith I may still follow, but they had said that that they were already getting ready to do so they just didn't have a lot of time, and they cut. And again, I don't even know all the storylines going on, but they cut a bunch of stuff out. Editors had to go in and cut a bunch of stuff out to make room for what they did do, for his final scenes on Wednesday and then do the thing. But you can go on Twitter to see what they did do. Yeah, but they will have a good. I think they'll do a good job with that. They're going to have they've got a month to write
do you
it.
Think will they recast the character?
I don't know.
The character or have him die in they probably don't know themselves. I'm sure.
I don't think they do. They've got. I'm hoping that maybe like Seymour Moore or somebody will come back as Malcolm. Is he still alive? The character Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm's still alive.
Yeah, so I would. I just can't. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do as far as recast. I can't imagine. Frankly, they couldn't recast him anytime soon, and so I don't know what they'll do with that. But I feel like they. I know people were upset about it being just really short. Although it was. I thought it was nice. I saw it on Twitter. There was a link there, and I saw it. And I thought it was good. I mean, it's just really difficult. I mean, how they've got all these shows already in the can, and thankfully it's not like Days of Our Lives. At least it wasn't. They're only 6 weeks ahead.
Yeah, they don't film that far ahead.
We would be waiting a half a year before we ever saw anything of somebody. We've already been through that.
We have.
So they're going to try to do something for Caroline. For Peggy McKay. They still have to do that yet. There's still supposed to be some kind of show, so that will probably be quite a while before we see that. So
I still do not understand. I understand some of it, but nobody else seems to have to do things 6 months in advance, and just for whatever reason that doesn't.
Whether they'll ever stop that or not, I don't know.
It doesn't look like it. I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah. So
I think they've had plenty of opportunity to change it. But anyway, I'm just thrilled to talk to you ladies and hear get to talk to you live. I'll try to listen in on the.
I'm so glad to hear from you and hear your voice.
Well, I'm doing fine. I'm here in Tennessee, and we had floods this week, and which was interesting. And tomorrow we're having floods and snowflakes. So I feel like I'm living up north now.
Well, we have 60-degree weather, and then we have 10degree weather the next day. It's like sunshine and snow, and it's freezing weather.
One day this week.
Yeah. I think Mother Nature's bipolar.
Yes, and something's going on. Yeah, it seems like every time we have an advisory that expires, they put a new one up for the next 24 hours. So it's been weird.
Well, it was really, I've dealt with a lot of different weather scenarios and have been through a hurricane and all that kind of stuff. But it was really weird here because the tornado warning things went off and they just kept going for an hour.
Oh my gosh!
And I cooked a late dinner yesterday, and so I had still had things in the kitchen to put away and that kind of stuff. So I was in there with my chicken like at 8:15, and then I came back and was doing something in part of the house, and I went back in there, and and I had like almost 2 inches of water in the kitchen. And,
oh my gosh!
I'm so thankful. It was only like an hour or so, but you would not believe how that thing spread. And it was just it was an ordeal. And then I was couldn't understand it because the house that I'm in is on top of a hill, but evidently there's across the way, which I have not noticed, there are some other houses that have been built, I guess, in the last couple of years that are up even higher, and they did not do a good job draining. So all that water comes flying down.
Oh.
So, but anyway, I mean, I was fine, but I was just going, I can't understand why we have this.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's a good part of renting is that somebody else had to come and help, so that was nice.
Yes,
exactly.
But I snowed tomorrow. But we had 74, and we'll have warm weather again later this week.
Yeah.
It's just crazy everywhere.
So I think the weather's like that everywhere. So across the country is weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Well, let's go back to days. Is there any?
Yeah.
Is there anything? Have we missed anything on days? Any other storylines? Anybody can remember anything? I think JJ and
see this coming. Yeah, not that we couldn't see it coming, but of course, since JJ spilled the beans to his dad about Haley's situation, we saw this coming a mile away. So that kind of made, to be honest, that twist
and Haley told Melinda.
It's very contrived now. I'm finding myself really turned off of it now because that's just so contrived. So I don't know. Yeah. Kind of turned me off.
But now I don't know if Jack will actually spill the beans. And I've heard a spoiler, like he mentioned to Eve about, JJ was having problems, something about immigration and her ears perked up. But he really didn't say anything more. And then I'm hearing the spoilers that Eve overhears Haley and Melinda talking.
Of course.
But she probably figures it has something to do with Haley, and she's probably trailing them or whatever. But,
So it looked like Jack spilled the beans, but he really didn't, maybe.
But he really, because they're all saying about Haley said, I can trust JJ, he won't tell anybody. And then and she tells JJ that, and JJ's thinking about, I did. I told my dad, of all people. That was a
reporter.
Yeah, and we know how Jack is, so.
And running for mayor. Anyway, so I don't know. So I got kind of turned off. I thought they were kind of cute at first, and I thought it was kind of interesting. What's her story? Like, and here's, he's falling for her and that. And so that was okay. But then once it became about this, now it's like, that was all just a plot twist.
Yeah.
I don't know. Contrived kind of whole deal. So I don't know. Kind of like whatever.
Like I read this months ago, and I don't think that I've ever seen. And so I don't know if it was a story that was just decided that they weren't going to go there, or if it's still something that may still come up. But it seems like, I may have dreamed this, but I don't think I did, that JJ potentially may wind up with the full family. So not just because Jack is back, but it's almost sounded and read like he's going to wind up with children and get married.
Huh.
Oh.
And I don't know. It was months ago, and it hasn't. I haven't seen. The only thing I can say as far as the family goes, Jack is back, but I think we knew that then too. But I don't know. So we'll just have to see. But I thought it was interesting that they brought this character, back with, related to Trask. But we don't know, I guess. But anyway, I still think it's it's light years better than it has been in a long time. Even it's not always everything we want. It's much better.
I said I'm enjoying Ben and Ciera. And did you see the one part where he was dreaming and he thought Ciera was there?
Yes.
And she was more or less talking to him about finding her. Can you find? That was kind of interesting, and that was good. And I don't know if you caught it when right at the end. Well, it was where she was thinking about him and he was thinking about her, and they had a split screen.
Yep.
And they're kind of like looking at each other. It kind of reminded me back in the old day, if anybody's ever, West Side Story. And they did that same thing. And I'm thinking, like the young lovers and stuff. So it's like,
I think they've done so many things that were kind of little winks and nods to Hope and Bo.
Yep.
I mean,
it's kind of, in a way that they're trying, that's what they're trying to do. the new Bo and Hope or whatever.
I mean, it works with me because I still mourn that Bo is gone. I know I'm not the only. I know some people don't miss him, but like I said, I really do. I just don't think there's ever gonna. I don't think I'm ever gonna be satisfied that Hope's with anybody.
With anybody, but Bo. Oh yeah. I felt the same way. I like that.
It's just been too long, but I do think that there have been lots of things that I just love about Ciera and Ben, and I think that they are kind of similar. Yeah, certainly Bo was not a serial killer, and it looks like could be undoing some of that. So Ben won't have been. But
they're trying but I still see a lot of people out. I go onto these different groups and stuff. There's a lot of people that don't like him because he's they don't like them together because he's a serial killer and he can never be redeemed. And some of these are like young people that have never watched a soap for a long. And I get on there and say, "This is a soap. This is what happens. Everybody has done something." I compare Hope. She killed somebody.
Yep.
Technically, she killed somebody in cold blood, and we forgave her. Nobody's complaining about her. So it can happen.
But I think it has to do with the Me Too movement and some of the other things that get a lot of attention right now. Again, some of them are very worthwhile things, and some of them are not. Mm-hmm. But I think that there are some people that now are more conscious of that. So therefore, I do think, and I think that is part of what I think Days is going to do is I think they saw what happened. I think that's was kind of the slam dunk about what went. Main reason what went wrong with Stefan, which there were several things, but one of them being that he got involved with Abby when she was Gabby and all that kind of foolishness, and so she didn't really have competency to say yes or no to whatever she got involved with, and I think that was a real I think that was a big quagmire for them to be in, and they don't need to be in another one with him being the serial killer. That's why I think, Jordan or somebody else is going to end up being the person that did all that.
Yeah.
And kind of reverse it, which I hope that's what they do, because then it'll be easier. I mean, he doesn't have to be a completely, white knight, but... Yeah.
Or can't they just say he was a serial, but he was on his meds, he can recover, and people can recover from a mental illness or can... change. That's what they're trying to say, I guess, is they can change.
That's true.
And Ben made a good, to Abby, he said, you of all people should understand.
Yep.
Yeah, he said that. It's what makes her any any worse. So of course, she killed somebody in her right, in her wrong.
And framed somebody else.
Exactly the same thing. And framed,
it wasn't so many on Days, but just the show, Days and General Hospital has this problem too. They've never treated really a lot of serious, not with some exceptions, but most serious illnesses with the same kind of seriousness and really logical reality that so therefore this is not the show that's ever. I don't think is ever going to be able to do. I mean, they did the post-traumatic stress thing with Jack. But, there's only so much that can do. And right now, especially the Me Too thing with so many of these executives and people on television, too, that it's just,
everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's not even like you can just say, it's just these politicians over here in Washington. It's not just them. It's it's everywhere. So
every walk of life.
I'm just kind of looking forward to just, somebody coming in, taking the blame. Oh, we really discovered that so and so is, was really behind this all along, and and so that it's not. And then they did show on Twitter that with I guess it was a video or something. But anyway, there was a famous black glove, and then they were talking about serial killer. And then then they started saying on Twitter that was a misnomer, that they're really, that the Days of Our Lives said there's not going to be a serial killer story. So, but
there's not, because we were talking about that earlier. I had heard that there was supposed to be one.
Yeah, I heard that too,
okay.
And then I heard that they said, somebody said that they weren't. So you don't really know. I mean, that's the whole. I took it as you don't really know. Yeah. Just like if they come back and come up with a way to exonerate Ben out of all the mess that he was in, because let's face it, that necktie murder story was not all that great to begin with.
No.
So if they change it now, I'm willing to. Yeah, there's a lot of things we've just graced.
Or the other ones show up alive,
right.
like Paige. She would have Paige and the other girl, Serena, and the nurse or whatever. They'd all have to show up alive. Like Will showed up alive. Maybe they were in like with Dr. Rolf or whatever.
Wait, wasn't there a rumor that I don't keep up with spoilers and stuff, but I could swear that I saw something that True O'Brien was going to be back, at least for an appearance. I'm not sure if it meant that she was going to be back.
But I thought maybe as a ghost or something. But I don't know. Yeah, I'd heard that too.
Yeah, they had said that a while back, and then, but they never brought on the girl that played Serena. I cannot think of her name right now. She's been on my list. Melissa Archer. And we've never seen. I think I don't know that they, like I said, that they thought about doing that and decided not to do it. But I guess that's the good part of this now is you have to really stay tuned. You cannot predict. We all could sit around for years and predict what was going to happen the next week. And with days now, I can't really do that. You can kind of guess, but you don't really know. I think that's a great part of having Ron there. You don't know, and you never know who's coming back. So
Xander hopefully will be coming back sometime.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was great that Teo was nominated. I thought that was interesting. I guess it's still the prenom.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting that they I was so glad that they did sort of this guest appearance thing because
appearance.
Because that's and they had a lot. There were lots of really good nominations, but Teo obviously is seasoned and the character is so well known. So I thought that was a good thing. I don't know when are the Emmys in the spring still. Daytime Emmys, are they in April?
Usually in April, aren't they? So shouldn't the regular nomination sometime in March? I think.
So it's not too long away. Yeah, not too long away.
No, I'm thinking. I think the Emmys are usually in April sometime. And then another picture that came out was Robin Strasser with her doggie in the makeup room at Days. So there's rumors out there. It's Vivian. Could be Vivian.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It would be, and that would be so good for her too. She's wanted to act again so much.
Yeah,
so.
and I could see her. I mean, of course, Vivian will still be Larissa, or to me. But I mean, I don't think she wants to come back, from what I've understood. And so,
but
so
Robin
I guess if they want to have the character
together,
back, she'd be good.
Oh man.
I think it'll be great. I think that would be an awesome thing. Like I said, and I hope that she does play Vivian because I think she can. She can play the outrageous.
Oh yeah,
quite well. I think that would be great. Well, listen, I'm going to go, but thank you so much for letting me call in. It's wonderful to hear all your voices. Okay, well, take care.
Nice to talk to you again, Angela. Yeah.
Okay, sweetie. Y'all take care.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was so good to hear from her.
Yeah, I haven't heard from her for a while.
She's doing well.
Yeah, she knows her soap stuff for sure.
I know. Brought back a lot of different memories. I'm trying to think.
So anything else?
Catch everything. Kate wasn't on at all, FYI.
Yeah, she was on.
Oh wait, she was. No, she was.
Yeah.
On one day. That's right.
She was on with Chad.
Yeah.
Chad. Or she. Yeah. I don't know if she was on with any. Was that
next
just those
week
scenes
she's
with
on,
Chad? I'm
okay,
thinking.
next week Kate's on Tuesday through Friday, so it'll be a good week. I mean, I'm hoping most of that time she won't be comatose, but because we know she gets poisoned or whatever. But I'm wondering. I'm looking forward to, even though I know you guys don't like Rafe, I'm looking forward to having a little rate time next week. Even if it's Rafe sitting by her bedside or whatever, I'm excited about that.
Oh, okay. Rafe to the rescue.
Okay. Hey, all right, Miss Sarcasm.
Oh,
I can enjoy my rate.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it true? I saw in the message boards to bring back Johnny. I don't know for how long now.
I saw on
Yeah, Carrie found a picture.
Somebody tweeted. Carrie. They tweeted a picture, and I went in there and I was looking. One of the boys has longer hair than the other. One's kind of cut short, and the other one's longer. But they did have a picture of one of the boys at the studio. So they're doing something. I wonder if those are scenes with Rafe or something, because Rafe was supposed to be going
he comes
to
back
help
with Rafe.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe Finger's bringing back with him.
We all know that Sammy can't take care of her kids on her own.
Nope.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord, she can barely keep track of which ones are hers.
Maybe he's taking over DiMera. Maybe Johnny's in charge.
Oh, God.
Probably get somebody mature.
Who knows? This is Ronald. I don't know.
Yeah, Carmen's here for Sammy, that's for sure. With all the hell she put Marlena and John and Roman through.
Who are you talking about?
True.
But Karma coming after Sammy for being a hellion teen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Johnny giving her trouble, yeah.
Johnny and Allie.
Too. By Sammy's standards, Giovanni should have already hacked into a hospital database or something by now, right? With some DNA tests.
Right. Or stole a baby or something.
Yeah, something. Stole his own sibling. I wonder where has anybody checked to see if Sydney and Allie are still around?
Where's Sydney? Yeah.
Oh. Well, and okay, so this brings up when you brought up Johnny coming back. And I'm looking forward to that. I think it would be cool. But remember, isn't Ron the one that wrote all those storylines on GH for the little kids?
Yep.
And it kind of annoyed some people.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, I guess.
Those were good kid actors, though.
They were really good actors, though.
They were good kid actors.
What was the little boy, Spencer?
Yeah.
Spencer?
Yeah. But I think
people,
from what I heard from people who've watched GH for a long time, a lot of them were annoyed that there was so much story around the little kids having crushes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I thought, I was watching back then, and I did think they were cute.
What happened?
Yeah. And Teo playing, Nicholas, Victor. Again,
with Spencer.
Cute.
Yeah, that was cute. Yeah. Yeah, Uncle Victor, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You notice how all the characters have the same name?
Yeah. What do?
Victor. Yeah. Mhm.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I think we covered all the storylines that are going on, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's probably about time, isn't it? Yeah.
All right.
The hour's about up. It's usually an hour.
Right.
I set it for.
All right. Great talking with you guys.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Good night, ladies.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
All right.